Okay guys, we're tying up. All the spray has been double coated, some places 3 coats. We were just kind of tying up, putting lights back on. We're getting ready to have one guy going to do the fascia pieces on the pitches and a little bit in the back, and then we're going to start staining on this deck. I am first issue door. I am still waiting for our door. It has been ordered now for probably close to 6 weeks. But no one wants to bring a door up here to any of our door shops, Randy's or Alcal, until there's a big order. So both of them keep promising me there's an order. So if worst case, tomorrow when we tie everything up and clean up and blow all the paint chips and pine needles out of the way, if the door is still not here, then we can X that off the bid, and then as soon as it comes in, we will come and put it in right away. It is ordered. I'm doing the best I can. But unfortunately, not everybody up here wants to do anything but run on mountain time. So I am not done with it, and I'm not backing out of that part of the job. I think it's just 375 or 350 or so, but we still want to do it. So we're trying, and as soon as there's a door, it'll come in, and I will put it in myself, and I will handle that, and then I can invoice you just a 375. So, but you never know. I kind of yelled at a lot of people today. So there's a really good chance that that is coming in today. So now with that said, we are peeling as we speak. We're peeling windows and so forth, and we've got everything pretty much peeled out down here, and we're just kind of putting everything back together, making sure all of our lights are back on. Everything upstairs is covered. These guys are, look at that, isn't that gorgeous? I'll get up there in a minute. But yeah, we're just kind of going through, fine touching, peeling stuff. Making sure all of our trash and just kind of going through like that. End of the day, it's about well, it's not fully the end, it's about 2:30 or so, and so we'll be here till 4 or 5 like usual. So all this stuff was new over the weekend stuff. Just want to let you see that too. That is all sprayed and gorgeous, and that trim came out really nice. I'll walk up there and let you see it. So we're going to be working tomorrow on we'll put 3, probably 4 guys just on the railing on the back deck. So it should relatively easy, fast little run there. We're just going to do it all by hand. Trying to spray with this heavy wind is no fun. Shed is done. We will have to cut that little piece of trim up there, but that is done as well. We're just kind of cleaning up everything. Doors are all done. Weather stripping will all go back in today as well. Lights and signs and yeah, screen doors are all going in right now. Just all the little stuff to make sure we're ready for you. And then hop out here, just doing all the cleaning, and all this stuff is covered, as you can tell. So a lot of this railing is sprayed, but we like to go kind of back over it by hand. And just kind of make sure, because this is a real problematic chunk of wood back here. Sometimes you can prep the living heck out of it, and then it bubbles in a couple days. So we did a lot of it today, and then we'll come back and do a final scrape and touch up anything we might see, if there is anything. You know, sometimes there's not. Look at that, gorgeous. So with all that stuff said, we're just peeling. We're just getting all of our stuff out of here. Windows are now reopened. Get your house back, a little sunshine. Came out really good back here. No issues. Came out good up there too. That fascia was really bad, so we did everything we could. We smashed enough paint in it to sink a battleship, but should be good. So we can only do what we can do, and yeah, so it should be pretty darn good. So we'll be pulling ladders down, we'll be doing all that stuff, and then like I said, we're going to be working with the railing a little bit tomorrow, and so we should be done tomorrow. Tomorrow's Tuesday. I think this railing is what kind of bit us a little bit, but it is what it is. So with that said, let's touch base again. I know at one point we spoke about doing underneath the decks, doing like just railings and stuff. I know that deck was not on because that's obviously done. But I mean, there was a couple railings and stuff, and I know I think when we spoke you had decided not to go with that, hence why on the contract it says decks, front decks, sans the back decks. So So we had stain decks, sans back decks on the contract. So if you do decide that you want us to go ahead and do these pillars or so forth, the best bet would probably be to let us know ASAP and so forth. But I remember seeing the entire bid and decks and everything, and I think we shied away from some of it just because this back deck was done and there were some other aspects. But with that said, we can both take a look at our contracts again tonight and just make sure. We don't like to leave anything unless we are super happy and homeowners are super happy. So we can touch base on that. Right now, it's just kind of tying up the last bit of stuff. We're going to do some railing. I'm going to leave this paper down one more night so that I can do railing first thing in the morning. And we're going to come back here. We're going to do railing. We're going to cut in some fascia. And that's what we're going to do tomorrow. And hopefully it's not too big of a day. Fascia, we usually can do a house like this in one day, and that's with all of the fascia. And this is just an accented fascia, so we should be okay. So with that said, the long strange trip has finally come to a close. So tomorrow, hopefully at the end of the day, if we run into any obstacles, then we'll be directly back on Wednesday. But I don't see any way that we could be past Wednesday unless, of course, you did decide to have us do any extra work while we're here. So that is where we are at. Hopefully this finds you both well. Sorry to shake the camera so much. It's Monday. Worked through the weekend. We're tired, so I'm drinking enough coffee to kill an elk at 200 yards. So thank you guys, and I'll expect an email from you tonight. Thanks. Bye.